Are we live? Okay, first of all, YouTube, why would I want to stop? Okay, whatever. Anyways, want to make sure that's on the side. Okay, there we go. What is up, y'all? Brand Panda Gamers here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're still on, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We're gonna continue off where we last left off. We got Maya back. That's one thing we noticed in the last part. And Winston Payne again, who is it again? Yeah, Phoenix still has amnesia, so bad. Well, I'd love to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Alright. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Hold on a second, guys. Gosh darn it, freaking YouTube. Whatever. Court will now reconvene, for please call your next witness to son, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I need to look at the tab. I need to look at my thing. Okay. Phoenix. So this phone, huh? But before I do, if I may say a few words... What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see? So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on... There's no need to give her free face. Just hurry up and call your witness. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Oh, this guy... This is the one who caused it. This is the one who hit me in my head. Please state your name for the report witness. I'm assuming this guy's the murderer instead. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright. Go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. A walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you're tinted to the court's eyes and calling me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me just a little evil. God. I'm not doing anything, guys. He's literally doing it himself. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful. What is with these people? What is these characters with the chatter stuff? What is he? A human chatterbox? And I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rate only in need fly. Glasses? Oh, you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought you were wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, a drifter virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling to park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am no way a innocent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, Anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk to the park. See, he said it again, taking a walk. You know, you... What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. What he saw on that day, okay. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't... Okay, that was weird. I don't remember the time, though, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant there. The only thing I saw was a banana that fell with a police officer. That was certainly decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah? That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. No question to witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. What I saw that day... At this point, on a deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How do you know? How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a certified biased fool. I guess I can't respect some real smarts from you. This arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only stand one death of people. I do not like this guy already. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a service like you can. There was a little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it was. I looked at the clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole plan creates for other nonsense. First class, I'm not. Gosh darn you! Again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, it was outside. It was there. I saw bananas that it fell. I understand why it looked like bananas, but how the heck is this? How the heck is that bananas? Objection! Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw, right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? Wow, Phoenix. That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas. Wow. Know nothing about baseball, has bad eyesight. Has bad eyesight, and most likely will be it. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Objection! Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who sexually yell. I'm not gonna read your freaking shatter crap. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're about 20 and 200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing clear glasses then today then? That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. You know, my glasses are ordinary glasses, so I to replace them. How about when you witnessed a crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelating evil man. You're one of the people who did this. Oh, I'm not gonna read that crap. Which boiled down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. Objection! But that height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness. Please wait while anchoring your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away, so as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called a police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up in 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away? Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination. After that, I immediately called the police agent to report the crime. After that, I immediately called. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. If it was 6:45, what? There's like about a 15-minute gap from that. I call that bullcrap. Hopefully, I presented on the right time. So, objection. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. This is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Objection! The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. Objection! 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah!
Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question. Telephone. Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of the Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it?
Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Have you ever heard that Jaden just fricks off, dude? I'm not gonna...
Enough.
Oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone. Could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where's your cell phone right now? What are you getting at? What are you all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my cell phone. I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his.
Okay, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his cell call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. And you can put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
There is something. Your Honor, the witness testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for a witness to search for a phone.
How dare you?
Objection! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Oh, wait a minute. There's already a phone booth over there, right next to the victim. There's no way he could have searched because there's already a phone booth there. At least that's what I think it is, so I'm just gonna try this. Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
At the crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture.
But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
No! It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Oh! Order!
Objection! What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? Objection! The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw a suspicion at his testimony.
Yes, it's very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him.
So there's no reason for him to kill for it.
And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else?
Was he?
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
Probably finding a cell phone or something about glasses. I'm gonna save it here, I'm not sure. There's only one possible explanation.
Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned, if this is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Probably shouldn't have said that, there was only one possibility.
Please present to the court one piece of evidence and answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away?
Well, he lost his cell phone, he started looking for these glasses. These glasses? I guess he's looking for them? He's either looking for a cell phone or glasses, but I'm gonna try the glasses. So take that! Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they?
Ah, where did you find...
Ah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body.
Under the victim's body? Order.
No, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Aha!
Mr. Wright, are you Are you indicting the witness as the real murderer?
Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing.
Oh,
Is this a new code on music for Justice for All? I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. I keep forgetting that Phoenix actually still kind of has amnesia, I guess. But I guess it's coming back to him. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah. It's so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
order, order.
Objection! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. It's this third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, M-A-G-G-E-Y, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know Miss Bird before this trial.
Oh, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Well, they did call the cell phone, so what if it's him? So I think the cell phone may be evidence for this one. So I'm gonna say there was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, would the defense please present its case? How could the witness have the defendant's name?
Maggie found a cell phone, and then they called when they missed the cell phone. So that would explain it, because he did say he lost his cell phone, but in the last part, Maggie did say that she picked up a phone and called it just so she could return it, and this is what she found. So here we go. Take that, Mr. Wellington. You didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had it lost, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why you?
How did you? Objection! Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness' cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Beep. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can get this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh my god, I just realized that Maggie's wearing the Blue Badger shirt. Oh wow. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Order, order.
Objection! But Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to the court the proof that the motive had... I can't say it here, so, let me think about this. Names list. A list of con artists and their phone store stored on the cell phone Maggie found. The glasses wouldn't be it. The cell phone, the autopsy... It could be this names list. I'm gonna try this. Take that! Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? Okay, hold on. Alright. These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all these numbers? Of course. The list of phone numbers was stored in cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artist?
Ah, God. Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Welling?
This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just
Frick you, dude. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you would feel, you know, what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Dang, Mr. Payne's getting a lot of overruled objections. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is
looking into the group, a victim of that group, a member of that group. Well, the member of the group would be logical. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No, this is too much.
We're doing good so far. No single penalized.
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now.
That police officer.
Objection! Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Beep. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad I called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was to meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a very good point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
I don't know. The phone? Hold on. Maybe because Dustin Prince was an officer, a police officer, and then he might have got caught by the group? I don't know, but I'm gonna try this. This might not be it, but I'm gonna try. Take that! What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his day right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. That girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to... Or, no. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that he had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Damn.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking...
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Ha. Ha ha. Frick you, dude.
Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence. Evidence!
Ah, that guy really creeped me out.
Oh, you've been waving around and talking about that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number. This suspicious group that they're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
Yeah. I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It feels good to see you squirm. What? We do seem to have a problem with our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be... maybe... the phone's stored numbers? Fingerprints on the phone? I don't know. I don't want to choose bad choices, so I'm gonna save. The phone's stored numbers, I think. This phone has the name and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor.
I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we are trying to determine is who that phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and asked some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense proposal. I jumped back to the cell phone.
I guess fingerprints then. Fingerprints on the phone then. I got it. We should check for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. Hey, don't you remember? Hello, Hydronium. When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... wiped it. I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. I do not like this guy.
It's also much fun wasting the third-rate trash babble like more amongst themselves.
He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
You've got to be joking. You already told the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington,
what's this? By the tone of your voice, sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your cell phone?
Oh, you are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my... Now I remember. Phoenix is getting back his memories.
Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it.
I don't know. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far. But if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up with a penny short. Where did I get wrong? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? I'm freaking Phoenix Wright, what do you think I am? Freaking defense lawyer. This court hereby concludes the cross-examination. Shoot. If that will be all, I'll bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I'll have a reservation at the ultra-fancy restaurant in the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go that? Raise an objection! Hold it! Okay, that's not an objection, but okay, hold it will do. Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Objection! Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to batter the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over, for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Objection! I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. I'll come down to this. It's go time. Oh god, that is a lot. Please present one piece of evidence that will explain everything. So if I remember correctly, that ringtone sounded exactly his phone, right? So I can't present his own phone because that one won't work. My business card? I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. What if I have someone call my phone, in other words, Phoenix phone, by presenting this and have them call Phoenix number? This might work, but this is my last chance. I mean, I did have this on court record for a reason, so, and I didn't present this at all, so hopefully this will work. Take that! Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Are you serious? This is not what I was trying to do. Fancy script, the ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to do exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... Oh, hold on. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. The back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court's still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... What a catchy tune. Ah! What? Why is my phone? What is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Hey, come on, it's a catchy tune. Mr. Wellington? How strange. I could almost swear it's my phone. You're... Ah! No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Venus just got his memory back. Maybe, or maybe not really just, but it's possible that he got it earlier before I said just. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Oh. Ow, my throat. Jeez, dude, that was a really choked you. Freaking face just turned purplish. So that is what happened. You were knocked up by Mr. Wellington? He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgment. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and had been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Woo! Our first victory of justice for all of this case. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew, not bad. Number 8, 2. Dang, Maggie. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life had... Wow. We don't have the killer, but we got the kill. Okay. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment. What? You fell from a 9th floor? Don't you think that would have been like... Ugh. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten stuck from all sorts of... Maggie, how the heck did you get that? How the heck did you survive that? Failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced all kind of disaster. I never won it or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe, really? My life was really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as a goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seemed to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It's hard to do some voices. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that doesn't gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to thank for covering one of my knife strips. Oh, come on. I'm pretty sure that glove was more than just a present. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death. You had your head being all messed up? Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah. That's a spirit. Yeah, that's a spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. See you, Maggie. What a horrible day. I got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So this might sound bad, but, who are you? Oh my gosh. Seriously, Phoenix? Or, yeah. What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. Which is personally why he's one of my favorite characters. He's not my top, but yeah. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me. That's because you only met him once before, Phoenix. At least this is the prosecutor of the very first episode of the very first game. No, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? No. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you miss me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I mean, come on. Maya had to go back for training. I mean, like, you know, for how long she's been out, I definitely would have missed her too. Since she was a great assistant. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Yep, that's just exactly what I thought. Oh? Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to celebrate creating new memory together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Well, thank you, Mr. Wellington. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since he came back into my life. Oh well. And that story began on one rainy afternoon, 2 months ago. At the end of episode 1. That was awesome. Brand new episode has been added. Hey, look. A little girl. Almost looks relevant to Maya. I'm just fooling around. I actually know who that little girl is. Well, I mean, I know her name. I just don't know exactly what her personality or character is. And no one spoiled it to me. It's just that Steam basically spoiled it to me because of a trading card with her name on it. Okay, I need to exit out. That was no accident. Okay, well, I can't exit out. Let's just see a part of it. Red car. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. What the? Oh, jeez. That's terrible. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie? What? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Is this episode where Maya's under arrest again? Can't be something like this happen.
The events of that gloomy... What rainy afternoon that started this whole mess? Keep playing through my mind. I need to save this for another episode. Can you please let me quit? Oh, crap. Nope, see ya, dude. You look like a new person, but I'll save you for another time. Okay. So that was something interesting? This next episode, is Maya gonna be a suspect again? That's the second time, and yeah, I'm taking her case again? Does Maya even learn how to drive? Was she part of that accident? Drugged? Sleeping pills or something? I don't know, but that'll save for another episode in several hours, guys. Well, that or more or less, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that'll save for another episode, guys. So thank you all for watching. That was the end of episode 1. We'll continue with, episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. So, yeah. You starting to like this game? Yep, I am too. I'm so into this series, I just want to complete all of this right now. Before I even get back to, like, you know, doing some Gmon and FNAF stuff. I mean, I'll still do them, but I'm just too focused on this game right now. I even said that in the very first episode, in the very first game. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. But yeah, anyways, so stay tuned for, like, in several hours or more or less, but most likely will be more. And yeah, that one again, Canadian. Thank you guys for being with me in this stream. Stay tuned for Reunion and Turnabout, a new episode. It looks like Maya is under arrest again, I guess? Unless for something else, but maybe, we'll see. Most likely she'll be arrested, then I'll be defending her again. Who knows what the prosecutor is, so we'll see. Alright, anyways, thank you all for watching. Peace out, guys.